This video is created for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. All financial actions are your own personal responsibility. Before you start, make sure you understand the risks and are prepared for them. Hi, I'm Evelyn. You know, when you first start learning about new topic, the initial feeling is usually the same. Wow, this is too complicated. I felt exactly the same way. A bunch of terms, different advice, and each one sounded uniquely correct. I tried to grasp everything at once and only ended up exhausted. Then I understood a simple thing. You don't need to dive in headfirst and try to cover everything immediately. It's enough to take small steps and have someone nearby to guide you on where to look. That's exactly how things became clearer, calmer, and without unnecessary pressure. Today I want to show you one of the approaches that helps you avoid getting lost and see what's important without overload. You'll be able to see how it works in practice. You know, the most frustrating thing isn't the mistakes. Mistakes can be fixed. The most frustrating thing is when you're putting in the effort but staying in the same place. Day after day, you spend energy, but clarity never comes. That's exactly the feeling I got tired of once. And then I realized information alone isn't enough. You need an environment. People around you who can guide, support, and show you the direction. That's precisely why I created our community. It's not dry theory, but live analysis sessions where everything is broken down step by step in simple terms without overload and complex jargon. And so you can feel how it works, let's jump straight into practice right now. In this video, I'll show you a method that helps you focus on what's important and not waste energy. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's go. All right, let's get to the practical part. I've already pulled up the workspace and you can see what it looks like on my end. Now, all that's left is to adjust the settings, select a command, and connect the assistant. I'm curious to see how it will help me look at the situation more calmly and make more balanced decisions today. Okay, I'm ready to start. The chart is still moving in an upward direction, and the current pause looks more like a temporary slowdown. The price is approaching an area where reversals have often started in the past. In my opinion, this is a level worth keeping an eye on. Sticking to the same rhythm, the chart is maintaining its upward bias. Before this, the price was fluctuating a bit before reaching the upper boundary again. This kind of situation usually indicates a retest of the level. Overall, the picture remains consistent with the prior movement. Alright, moving on. The price breaks through a key level and then quickly pulls back, as if it's testing the level's strength. This behavior resembles a retest, and the momentum suggests the trend is still upward for now. Okay, folks, let's move on to the next setup. We see a new high on the chart, but the indicator data suggests the opposite. A divergence is appearing. It's like a car accelerating with the fuel gauge on empty. This contrast can signal that the momentum is starting to weaken. In this case, our assistant helped us spot the weakening momentum. Let's continue. It seems the upward move couldn't hold the level and is gradually declining. We're now seeing a downward dynamic and I'm factoring that in. Going against this direction seems questionable, so it's more logical to watch how the situation develops within the current flow. This example shows that when a move gains strength, it's better not to fight it, but to follow the trend. Moving on. We've already started looking at the practice, and here I want to take a little pause. You know what most often prevents beginners from reaching results? It's not even the steps themselves, but the fear of making a mistake. People procrastinate, they're afraid, what if it doesn't work out? What if I do it wrong? But as Edison said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Everything changes when you have a community beside you. There is no judgment there, only support. You can ask a question, discuss things, and calmly move forward. A mistake stops being an end and becomes part of growth. So if you feel that fear, know this, you can leave it right here inside the community. And now let's continue with the practice. Let's keep watching. Here the price is gradually returning to the main trend line. And here's what we'll do. Minor fluctuations look natural within the overall upward trend. I don't see any signs of a major reversal yet, so the direction remains the same and is developing quite steadily. A classic case of not overcomplicating things. Let's keep going. Now a divergence is noticeable. The price line continues to rise, but the indicator data is pointing down. This could mean the upward momentum is gradually losing steam. In situations like this, a reversal often begins, so I'm considering the possibility of the price moving further down to test the zone where we've seen stops before. And once again, paying attention to the details helped me analyze the situation. On to the next one. After a period of decline, the chart shows a recovery, returning to previous levels. This might indicate a shift in market sentiment and emerging signs of strength. Oh, the indicator data is also moving in the same direction, creating a sense of a gradual recovery in momentum towards areas where significant fluctuations occurred before. Let's move on, folks. Well, let's look closer. The overall trend is still upward, but we're seeing a slight pause now. Phases like this are often part of a natural process and can serve as preparation for the next leg. Visually, it looks like a temporary slowdown that allows us to assess whether the current momentum will hold. Alright, pressing on. The finale is ahead. This situation resembles the previous one, only now we're closer to the lower boundary of the range. After the decline, we see movement in the opposite direction, which could signal a shift in sentiment. Patterns like this are often seen as a stage of gradual recovery. Wrapping up on a high note, my mood is through the roof. We've already come a long way from the initial doubts to understanding that even in chaos, you can see logic. And now it's important not just to observe, but to take a step forward. Many people remain at the starting line because they think, I'm not ready yet, or I need to know more. But the truth is, you never truly feel ready. Everything changes precisely when you start taking action. My community was created for this very reason, to give you a place where you can learn, discuss, and grow without overload and unnecessary theory. All strategies are analyzed there in real time, and there's always an opportunity to ask questions and get support. Don't put it off. Take a look inside, see how it works, and feel for yourself. Perhaps your new chapter starts right here. Thank you for staying with me until the end. I'll see you in the community. Bye.